Now, the logging, as Maura was saying, is a very important part of the culture around here. And it was very, very hard and dangerous work. And the people, the farm boys, it was very much a rite of passage. If you talk to, there's still a few of the older men left who left the farms when they were boys. Well, I guess this went on into the 30s, 40s, even 50s. The farm boys would go up to the lumber camps for the winter when there wasn't that much to do around the farm, and they'd gather in centers like Ottawa and Renfrew and Arnprior and these places and get hired to go out to the camps. When they got to the camps, they lived in shanties, and they were just really crude shacks. I mean, we're not talking insulation here. We're talking, they're lucky if the north wind isn't blowing on their bunk, and frost inside, and they're very isolated. If people get injured or whatever, that sometimes if there's a blizzard, it's just very hard to even get them out for hospitals and such. So anyway, I'm just trying to think whether there's anything else relevant to this song that I'm singing about. Then in the spring, they would pile up the logs. And in the spring, there would, of course, be a log drive where the logs would go down the rivers to the mills or to the ships that are taking them out. And the logs would be coming along in the spring, melt, moving at a fast speed, but they'd get jammed up. And the men would have to go and poke them with sticks to get the jams broken, and sometimes the logs would just explode into the air. To say nothing of walking on if you've seen the log rollers, like walking on these logs as they're speeding down the river was no easy chore either. So this song covers some of these things, and what you'll find in a lot of these work statements is, these work songs is understatement about the jobs and the dangers of it and the hardships and such. So this is Lake of the Caogama. That's Caogama Lake on the Quebec side, about an hour or so from here. Well, now we're leaving home, me boys, for Ottawa we're bound. We're looking to get hired for what I do not know. We met with old Bill Patterson, saying, ain't you going away? I'm going up the Ottawa River to the Lake of the Caogama. And now we're leaving Ottawa in sorrow, grief, and woe. We're going to a place we do not know, with 50 miles to paddle and hard biscuits for to chaw. May the devil take old Patterson and the Lake of the Caogama. And now we're in the shanty, no comfort can we find. We're thinking of our own dear girls, the ones we left behind. In dreams at night they visit us, their smiling face we saw, till we awoke broken-hearted on the Lake of the Caogama. And when we're in the shanty, how we will dance and sing. We'll all join in the chorus and make the woodlands ring. We'll drink a health to our dear girls, though they are far away, transported from the wildwood on the Lake of the Caogama. We'll all be home in April, that's if we are alive. If Patty doesn't keep us on those cursed creeks to drive. There were big lakes and small lakes, and lakes I never saw, but the darndest lake among them was the Lake of the Caogama. That song comes from Lennox Gavin, he's gone now, but he used to run Gavin's Tavern up in Quillon. And he was a wonderful, wonderful singer, but he only spent 1 year in the logging camps, and he said, I cut logs, I rolled logs, I hauled logs, and I scratched logs because the lights were so bad. I guess he was rubbing his back against them all the time.